Peace and great blessings, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please like and subscribe below. And today's topic is about your awakening spiritual abilities. Many people on planet Earth right now are experiencing a great shift in consciousness, and their spiritual abilities or gifts, if you will, are awakening rapidly or becoming more developed. And this is a natural process. It's perfectly okay. Don't feel like you're losing your mind, because you're not, I assure you. And this is a natural ability in all of us, because we are so much more than our physical selves and physical beings. We are spiritual beings as well. So you have a physical body that has senses, such as the sense of sight, to smell, to taste, to hear, to touch. Well, your physical body also has similar senses and others. And these are the senses that allow us to have dreams. We may have dreams about an ancestor, or you may have visions, or you may experience examples of telepathy, synchronicity, deja vu. You may have experiences seen into other dimensions, and all of this is natural and is normal. It's not something that is taught a lot in this culture, so that's why it seems strange to some people. It seems foreign to them, but in some other cultures, it's perfectly natural and perfectly normal. And it is perfectly natural and normal, because this is a natural ability that we have. For some people, it's been dormant, or sometimes they'll try to rationalize these experiences, and they'll tell themselves that they didn't happen. It's just my imagination. And that's what some people do, and some people choose to believe. But it is a natural process, like I said, and it's happening to many people. And especially now with this great shift in consciousness, and as the veils, as people call them, are becoming thinner between the dimensions, this is allowing people to have more and more experiences, more premonitions, deja vu, stronger and more intense dreams, visions, other experiences. And if you are consistent and with your spiritual practices, such as meditation and prayers and mantras and things like that, you may find that these practices are helping to accelerate the growth and development of your spiritual abilities. Many people are having these experiences and are finding that they have a newfound interest in helping humanity, or they may have a new interest in helping people with healing, or being a seer and helping people with their spiritual growth, or advising and consulting people. And so this may be a new interest to you, or you may find out that this is your new purpose as you start to live a life that is purposeful and a life that is spirit-based, which is happening for a lot of us. Things that used to interest you, or that you used to find, your old goals may have changed once your spiritual abilities start to awaken and to get stronger. You may find your life changing in tremendously different ways that you may never have dreamed of before, even thought were reality until now. So that is what is happening to a lot of people. And when you go through these changes and your spiritual abilities start to awaken, sometimes that will cause changes within your relationships with people. They may be uncomfortable with the changes that you're going through and your developing abilities. particularly if they are not developing at the same rate that you are. So they may find that this is strange to them or uncomfortable, or in some extreme cases, they may be a little envious and jealous that you are having these experiences and that they are not. And all of this is normal and natural part of the process, because change will create tension sometimes in relationships. Some relationships will cease to exist, and that's a part of your growth and your development. What suited you in your past may not suit you anymore, and you may have to make some changes and adjustments to the new you that is growing and developing. And you may find yourself with a whole new set of friends or new set of people that you associate with as you are growing and changing and developing. And look at it as your soul is like going through school. And so you started out in preschool, and then you went to kindergarten, and then you went through all the grades. And as you acquired more knowledge and passed the test, you went to the next level. Well, your spirit sort of goes through a similar thing. Is like a school, if you will. The lessons and the things that you go through in life are helping you to grow and develop spiritually. If you are in tune to those lessons and paying attention to them and making the necessary adjustments and changes and developing yourself. Some people get frustrated and give up on themselves. Some people who've experienced a lot of trauma, and there are times when they will shut down or break down, as they say. And a breakdown to me is not a breakdown, but a breakthrough, because it's letting you know that whatever changes or things you've been going through, or whatever hardship or trauma or whatever it is, you can no longer live the way you had been living, that you need to make a change. And in so making that change, sometimes the breakthrough or the breakdown helps you to see that a change is needed, and it will force you to change make some lifestyle changes and adjustments and start to live in a different way. And I hear many people say that these experiences that you have are all your teachers or their gifts, and they are in a sense. Oftentimes when we're in the midst of going through something or experiencing some difficulty, we don't see the lesson in it or the blessing in it. We're just experiencing the trauma or the pain at the time or the confusion. And to take the higher road and look at it in a different light. Look at it not as some pain and just pain for pain's sake, but look at it as, what is this lesson that came into my life, and why, and what is it here to teach me, and how can it help me evolve and help me to grow and develop. So all of these things are happening at this time, and like I said, it's happening more rapidly as people are spending more time alone or in sheltering in place. Is forcing a lot of people to think differently about their lives and think differently about where they're going, where they're headed. And so in thinking differently, they are starting to walk on this path of this great awakening that's taking place. So look at yourself as being at the crossroads of your destiny, where you're in the center of this great wheel of life, and there's many roads that you can take. And now is the time for you to make a decision, make a choice. What decision are you going to make? Which road are you going to take that's going to define your destiny? Because you can't go back. There's no going back. It's only going forward. It's only making a choice which direction that you want to go in, and which choices that you want to make to define your destiny and to define the life that you want. And we can all have the life that we want. It takes working on it and focusing and directing our attention and being clear and concise with what we want and the changes that we want to make. And it's possible. And so at this time, just be extra patient, extra loving with yourself. Continue your self-care, your self-love as you go through these awakening of your abilities, your natural spiritual abilities. And we will be victorious and get through this and find a support system, find a support network, people who are awakenings like yourself. You may have already found them, your soul family or your starseed family or whatever you want to call them, and just spend more time with them and sharing the experiences that you're having, and so that you won't feel so much of the isolation of being alone or feeling like you're the only one that's going through this. So thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful. Peace and great blessings, everyone.